Alrighty. Okay, today I'm writing a paper on Ebola for an international studies course, so I'm going to do a little bit of research. First, I'm just going to open up the internet, and then I'm also going to open up a Word document so that I can just go ahead and paste over some source links. Starting off, I'm just going to go straight to Google and type in Ebola because I'm going to get a little bit of background information just on the actual virus. Now, I know my father actually works for the CDC, so I know that CDC does extensive work with Ebola, so I'm going to go straight to their site since it's the first link and actually just look at what they have for it. Now, I don't really need the signs or symptoms or anything. I'm looking more for just what's going on. So I'm going to click the outbreaks and see what they have going through their site. Now I see that this one has a lot of history things. It has what's going on right now. It has kind of some maps, things like that. And so, since this could be useful information at some point, I'm just going to go ahead and copy the source, or copy the site, I mean, and put it straight into a Word document, and just leave that there for future reference. And then I'm actually going to go back to Google and see what I can find on the Ebola outbreak currently in, let's say, West Africa, since that seems to be what's happening right now. Wikipedia is the first thing that pops up, and I'm actually going to click that and just kind of read. I think Wikipedia gives you a good little background information. You can't really use too much of the stuff that they tell you, but you can use it as sort of a source. So let's see, most widespread, just read some of the facts and whatnot. I like Wikipedia because it's all real, just kind of laid out for you, real simple. It tells you a lot of the information, and then I like Wikipedia because you can come down to the bottom and it tells you actual stuff that you can use. So all of these, I like to use those, and sometimes source some of those because they're very useful information. But I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and I'm actually going to look just for a specific number because I'm going to be researching fatalities. So if you see right here, it says case fatality rates, and then it has several sources. Let's see. Let's read the one from the World Health Organization, see what that has. Okay, it looks like it's pulling up a PDF of sorts. Let's see. Holy cow. Alright. So this is a lot of information, but it does have a lot of fatality. So I'm going to actually just copy and paste the site again and use that. Oh. Let's see, and paste or not. Okay, and then let's take a look here. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of deaths in West Africa. Go figure. Big summary, so I'd go through, I'd read all of this, I'd probably pull some quotes, just little things like reported case fatality is 71%. I'd probably get a couple dates. So on December 29th, the UK reported its first confirmed Ebola case. I might pull something about the intervention efforts, things like that. And then I just kind of keep reading. I'd use the outline. It looks like this is another CDC list. World Health Organization, yeah, so probably in conjunction with the CDC. So I'd read the outline, see if this paper's actually gonna be useful and where exactly it's gonna be useful. Let's see, good table. I'd probably use that somewhere in a paper. Just throw that kind of in the middle. Reference it a couple times. Let's see. You see that there's a lot of numbers, things like that, statistics. Those are always good for papers, so I'd definitely be saving this particular document and going back to it. But for this, I'm going to go back to Google and just type in Ebola fatality in Africa 2014, because that's what I'm going to be doing this on. A lot of CDC, but since I've kind of already got some of that, I'm going to move on, keep scrolling, and I'm actually going to go to Ebola Fast Facts on CNN because, it's going to give me, hopefully, some good information that the CDC might not be. So let's see. I like CNN because it kind of similar to Wikipedia, gives you a good background of information without really inundating you with all the information. So since this is on just Ebola and fast facts and things like that, it should be sort of focused more on what's happening now as opposed to the history. So let's read. It tells you about Ebola, what exactly it is, where it came from. Let's see, first outbreak in 76 in northern Zaire. It tells you how infectious it is. Goes on. Symptoms, where it is, what's happening, different strains of Ebola, and then it tells you some information. And this is actually what I'm looking for. So in Liberia, almost 9,000 cases, or a little over 9,000, a little over 4,000 deaths, things like that. It has some dates, different little outbreaks and cases that have popped up as of late. This goes back through, I guess, through March of last year, when the outbreak was initially publicized, things like that. And then it looks like it goes all the way up through the beginning of 2015, so it's fairly up to date. Since it is CNN, I pretty much trust it. If I was going to use any of the specific information here, I would double check it with, other websites, things like that. Then once again, I'm just going to go ahead and throw over a link onto that, just kind of my little makeshift works cited page. Keep reading a little bit more on CNN. It, it has, at the end, it has more history with Ebola. Not exactly useful for what I'm doing, a little bit of history is good, but that's not really the focus. So I'm gonna, now that I've kind of saved this page, I'm just gonna go back, try to get some more sources. At this point in the research, I'd really try to just get as many different sites, sources, bits of information as I can, and then I'll go back and kind of sort through it later. And then now, actually, let's try to look for just kind of a scholarly source. So I'm just gonna type in scholarly peer reviewed at the end of that Ebola fatality and just see what pops up. Let's see here. Yeah, it pulls up Google Scholar. So we're just going to switch over to that. And then we're going to read through. Now, since we are in Google Scholar, I'm just going to kind of change the search a little bit. And I'm just going to redo it to Ebola 2014. And then see what that pulls up. The first few things probably useful. I'm going to sort it a little bit and just change it to since 2015 or since 2014 because I want some more recent things. And then we're just going to click on this first one and see what it is. Since it's from the New England Journal, I'm assuming it's a medical journal. And we'll just pull that up. Let's see. It's cited by 63 different people, so that's usually a good thing. People don't cite bad websites typically. Let's see if it would pull up. Maybe we'll use a different source. Yep, let's see. We'll just go down and we'll try this one, cited by 164 people. Looks like this could be from Harvard. They're smart people. Or maybe Google Scholar's just not going to work today. The perks of using the internet. So we'll just kind of go back. Maybe no internet's going to work today. Maybe. Come on. Something's happening. Sometimes the internet doesn't work, and you just have to kind of wait it out. See what's happening. I'll just go back and I'll look through my sources real fast. You can see, I'm kind of building up a little miniature works cited. Obviously, at the end of it, I'd go back and actually create a works cited. Go back to those sources, figure out some authors, when they were written, things like that. Right now, I'm just going to exit out real fast and then pull back. Start over, see if that'll clear up things. Alright. It looks like the internet may be down.